Commissioner Scorpio.
That's right. And you are?
Detective James.
And you're in charge of the Campbell investigation?
That I am. What can I do for you, Commissioner?
I'd like to fly down to New York City this morning and talk to the man that you picked up with Campbell's watch.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure there'd be no problem. Any relevant information for us?
No, but I do have an interest in Campbell's itinerary. He started out his travels here in my jurisdiction. Now, I'm in touch with his London superior, and there's a lot of concern at that end.
Well, not much you can tell him at this point.
No sign of Campbell yet?
Not a trace. Not a trace. If the man was looking to disappear, he's done a pretty fair job of it so far.
I just want to make sure that it was his idea.
Is it that good, or are you just in a hurry to get to New York?
Both.
When do you leave?
This morning.
How long will you be?
As long as it takes to question this derelict about what he was doing with Campbell's watch.
That's all you've got to go on?
It's their only clue. The guy claims to know nothing about it.
I just want to find out for myself.
If all this happened whilst Dr. Campbell was in the airport, and since he was traveling, did anyone think to look for his luggage?
Well, nothing's turned up so far.
Curious.
A little too mysterious for my liking.
Maybe he just decided to go off on holiday, you know, skiing or something.
And left his watch with some bum for safekeeping.
Maybe he lost it.
What do we got here? I mean, are you trying to talk me out of this case? Whatever happened to the super sleuth that scours the dailies looking for illicit criminal activity in the classifieds?
Just testing you.
How am I doing?
Well, I'll give you your grades later on once you've decided what happened, if anything did happen, to Dr. Campbell.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm catching the shuttle to New York. I want to find out what this guy was doing with Campbell's watch. Anyway, I'm off.
You take care.
I only want to fly. Look, I'll call you later.
I'll be home later on this afternoon.
What's on your docket for the day anyway?
Exciting stuff. Lunch with Celia at the Floating Rib.
Give her my best.
Oh, Robert?
Yeah?
What exactly do you think happened to Dr. Campbell?
I don't know. That's what I hope to find out in New York.
Here for lunch?
Yes, please.
This way, please. Enjoy your lunch.
Thank you. I wonder what she's doing here.
Nothing for us to wonder about.
I suppose not.
Forget her. So, it's just the two of us, wives on the loose.
As usual.
Mm-hmm. Grant's at work, Robert's in New York, and so here we are, lunching alone.
Are you complaining?
No, I'm just commenting. Do you ever think that maybe we should start families? I mean, having little ones all over the place might keep us occupied.
You've been talking to Robert, haven't you? He put you up to this, right?
What do you mean?
He's been after me to have a baby.
And you're saying no?
I'm saying I would love to. Eventually.
And he doesn't want to wait, right?
I think he just wants to get me out of his hair.
Oh, no, I doubt that.
Don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't want to have children, because I really do. It's just that that's not all I want to do with my life.
I know exactly what you mean. But for Grant and I right now, there's absolutely no choice. I did want to have children before this nightmare descended upon us. But now that our situation has changed so drastically, it's out of the question.
For the time being, though, not forever.
For the foreseeable future. Grant and I are having a hard time affording to take care of ourselves, much less children.
I know it must be really difficult for you and Grant.
It is. It is, Holly. Living this way. But we have each other. Unfortunately, that's all we have.
Do you miss the old days?
Oh, all the time. You?
More and more. You know, I was listening to Robert this morning. He was telling me about Dr. Campbell's disappearance. And as I was listening to him, I was getting more and more interested in what he was saying. I couldn't wait to get involved.
Shades of the dance scam, eh?
Not a chance. It was me who discovered Hannibal Operation, so Robert was more or less stuck with me. But he's not going to let me anywhere near the Campbell investigation.
Well, as I see it, there's just one thing you can do. Become a police commissioner.
Just one to a family, I think.
Well, at least he bounces cases off you.
Yeah, but only when he feels like it. Though this morning, he was telling me that Dr. Campbell called the New York City police from the airport, claiming he was being mugged. But when the police got there was no sign of him.
And that's it? That's the last time they've heard from him?
Well, yesterday, the police picked up a vagrant at the airport who was wearing Dr. Campbell's watch. That's why Robert went to New York, to question the man.
This is sounding very creepy.
Yes, you don't have to be a detective to come to that assumption.
Hi. And that's it?
All we've got.
Not much to go on.
If we hadn't gotten that call from the airport, we wouldn't even be looking for him now.
So all we know is that Campbell may have been mugged at the airport.
At least he called saying that he'd been attacked.
Or someone else called claiming to be him.
How would someone do that?
I don't know. Just trying to cover all the bases.
Fair enough. When our men arrived, he was gone.
And none of the other travelers reported seeing or hearing anything unusual?
Nobody we talked to.
What do you do now?
Well, we've got the airport going through all the unmarked and unclaimed baggage. If they open everything they've got, something might turn up.
Better. And otherwise, we'd have to sit around here and wait for some other clue to manifest itself.
Well, here's the one we've got. Campbell's watch. Doesn't tell us much.
Tells me where to start.
Eddie?
Yeah. I'd like to have a talk to this vagrant of yours. Maybe I can loosen his memory a little bit.
Can't hurt to try. I'll have him brought right up.
Andrew. Bill. Give me a hand for a minute. Some of these boxes are more than this old back can handle without a little help.
All right. Got it.
That is strange.
So far, no one has any idea what happened to Dr. Campbell, if anything did happen.
First, the man questions me about Grant Putnam for book he's writing, and then poof, he disappears.
In all the time that you spent with him, did he mention any friends or business associates that he might be visiting in New York City?
No, not that I can remember. Grant, my Grant, talked to him for a while, and maybe he remembers a name or two if it was dropped. I don't know, I'll ask him.
I may ask him myself.
You know, actually, he's the one you should be asking.
Grant Putnam.
He could be very helpful. After all, he was one of Dr. Campbell's patients.
Robert's already spoken to him.
He didn't know anything?
He's as mystified as the rest of us.
Well, then, I really don't know where to start.
Neither does Robert.
All right, Eddie. Now, we've danced this number long enough. I want some answers, and I want them now.
Then you got the wrong man, Commissioner. I don't know nothing.
Where did you get the watch?
Damn if I know.
Then who should I ask?
Somebody else?
I see you just woke up, and there it was in your hand.
Of course not. It was in my pocket.
What did you do to Dr. Campbell?
Nothing. I told you I don't know no doctor. I didn't take his watch or anybody else's.
Then who gave it to you?
Nobody. Nobody I saw, anyhow.
Christmas was a couple of months ago, Eddie. You trying to tell me that Santa was a bit late in getting to you?
Maybe, I don't know.
You stole the watch from Dr. Campbell, man.
No!
Don't tell me that. You found it?
What I'm telling you is it was just there.
What were you doing in the airport in the first place?
I came in to get warm. They don't let us book lovers use the libraries no more.
I see. And what happened while you were there?
I had me a shooter.
A drink?
Couple, as a matter of fact. I fell asleep. Woke up, reached in my pocket for a butt. Nothing like a smoke after a little shut-eye. I couldn't believe my eyes. There was this watch, shining bright as day.
What I can't believe is your story.
Oh, it's the gospel, Commissioner. I swear it.
May I?
Go ahead, I'm not getting anywhere.
What?
What are you so nervous about?
You guys dragged me down here, threw all these questions at me. Then you want to know why I ain't having a good time. You selling tickets to the policeman's ball or what?
All right, let's just cut the outraged citizen routine, okay, Eddie? We both know you're a snatch artist, or at least you used to be.
Used to be is right. These days, my hand shakes so bad I couldn't pick a statue's pocket.
What about a doctor's?
Oh, you've been watching too much TV. How am I going to get some doc's watch off him?
You tell me.
Oh, if I knew that, I'd be a rich man.
The airport's on the phone.
Thanks. It's all yours. Detective James, what have you got for me?
Maybe you're not the pickpocket you used to be, but I'll bet if you thought you could get a watch away from somebody who wouldn't resist, you wouldn't hesitate now, would you?
You're saying what?
I'm asking.
I didn't hit no doctor.
Then who did?
How should I know?
Dr. Campbell called us from the airport to say he was being mugged.
Then there must have been amateurs. Pros know the man he don't walk away to make no phone call.
Is that what happened then? You went for the watch while your buddy beat him up?
Oh, you cops have got some imagination.
Who was your accomplice?
Look at me, Commissioner. Would you want me for a partner? Yeah. Well, that's how everybody else feels, too.
Hang on. Get him out of here. Come on.
What is it?
They found Campbell's bags in the unclaimed luggage section at the airport. Want to talk to them?
Indeed, I do. Yeah, this is Scorpio here, Police Commissioner Port Charles. What did you find?
Campbell's luggage.
Well, how do you know it's his? Did you find any papers inside?
No, just clothes, but his name was on the shaving kit.
Okay. Now, you're absolutely sure that there wasn't any kind of manuscript in Dr. Campbell's luggage?
Positive. We double-checked everything.
The shaving kit, is it made of leather?
That's right.
All right, dust it. Everything inside and out for prints.
You got it.
And get back to us as soon as you know anything, will you?
Right.
Goodbye.
Bye.
What do you make of it?
I don't know. Strange thing is they found no notes or papers in Campbell's luggage.
Strange about that. Not all doctors, right?
This one does. Or did. He was writing a book.
Here?
Yeah, that's why he came to the country in the first place. Now, he had to be carrying some sort of papers, of some kind.
Maybe he had a briefcase.
Which has very conveniently disappeared.
Or was taken.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Your old pal Eddie could have grabbed Campbell's watch while his buddy snitched the briefcase.
So you think Eddie did have an accomplice?
At this point, I'm not going to discount anything. One part of his story I almost bought was where he said he was alone.
But you think he did put a move on Campbell?
I don't know what to think.
I'll tell you what I think. Confusing as all this is, one thing seems more and more clear. I hate to admit it, but I think the missing Dr. Campbell may very well have met with an accident. All right, we're looking for a briefcase. Or anything else that Dr. Campbell may have been carrying. Scour the area. I want every inch of garbage dumped by the airport in the last week to be searched. Oh, and if we get any more complaints about Eddie, find out what you can about the caller. See if you can get them to come in here. One of them may have seen something that may give us a clue. That it?
Just about. Listen, while you're out there searching the airport, check out any other vagrants you may come across. If their stories don't sound right, then drag them in. Reason for that is that we have a feeling that Eddie may have been working with an accomplice.
Questions? Then get to work. Hard part starts now, sitting and waiting.
Well, I'm going to give my wife a call to say that I'll be staying overnight.
I can give you a call if anything comes up.
No, I want to stick around for this one. I want to know about those prints they found in Campbell's luggage. Methinks that could be the clue that breaks this case wide open.
Hi, Holly. Oh, good. My wife is still here.
She sure is.
Thank you.
Well, it's about time.
Hello, darling. I'm sorry I got held up.
Oh, you look freezing. I'll get you something hot to drink.
Terrific. It's winter out there. Thank you, Holly.
Yeah?
Wonderful.
You know, Robert says there's still no word from Campbell. No one's seen him for days, not since he left for New York City.
Well, I didn't even realize that he'd left. Has anybody spoken with Grant Putnam? You know, Campbell is doing a book that's based in part on Putnam's case.
Robert spoke to him, and he hasn't heard from him either.
Maybe he flew back to England.
Well, the police are looking for him in New York. As a matter of fact, I meant to ask you, do you remember Campbell mentioning any friends or associates who live in New York City? Maybe he's gone to visit one of them.
No, I'm afraid not. I only talked to the doctor once, and that was all about Putnam.
Okay. Chicken, poultry and fish. Sweet and sour chicken, perfect fried chicken, not a chance. Chicken cacciatore, Louise's favorite. Barbecue chicken, maybe. Chicken with dumplings, okay. 3 pans of chicken, 2.91, close enough. Butter. A little wine for the cook. Vegetables, what have I got here? Hello?
Hi, love.
Oh, Robert, where are you?
I'm still in New York.
Is anything wrong?
No, but I will have to stay here the night.
Oh, I was afraid of that.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry too, but something has come up.
Well, at least I can stop worrying about what to make for dinner.
I would have given you more notice, but, well, I've been pretty busy since I arrived.
What's the new development?
Campbell's luggage has turned up, and we've got his watch and his bags, but not the man himself.
You don't sound very optimistic that you'll find him.
I'm not. And I'm beginning to think that if we do, it'll be too late.